All right, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Real fast, peace and power and elevation be to all of you. It's your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. So I want to make this video real fast and quick because this is the commentary regarding to my previous video about the Pookie and RayRay stigma. And I just want to respond to the comments on here because I thought that it was a very great commentary and it was something that I forgot to mention. Now, shout out to brother Rashad Ruck. If I'm saying your last name right, please forgive me. So brother Rashid, my bad. So brother Rashid put some comments on here. He said, question, is it a poor decision to make these labels that divide our people? Does it push us further away from each other? Isn't that a problem that prevent us from uniting against oppression? And I'm gonna answer that live because I answered in the comment, but I want to answer it to the audience. Yes, it does push us away from each other. Yes, it is a poor decision. Let me tell you why. Because it creates stereotypes. And not only it creates stereotypes, but it also create classism. Okay? Because you have a issue where there is a division between blacks who is in the middle class and upper class and the blacks in the lower class. And majority of the black people fall into the lower class community. So when you make commentaries such as the Pookie and RayRay, it's derogatory towards those who are in the lower class community. That's who it geared towards. 9 times out of 10. It's not really talking about those in the middle class. It's not talking about those who are in the upper class, but it's geared towards African American males that live in a lower class community. All right. So yes, it creates division. And then here's another problem, which I'm going to go into a little further. Here's another problem. They need Pookie and RayRay when it come down to something. When it come down to the resources, then that's when Pookie and RayRay is accessible. But then Pookie and RayRay was nobody, right? They was nobody. They was nothing. But when it comes to resources and get something done, then that's when they need Pookie and RayRay. But I'm gonna go into that and let me go ahead and read the rest of the comment. This one says, coincidentally, Chris Rock popularized the saying there are black people and there are nigger. Both are an example of class division, in my opinion. Correct. Because Chris Rock, who played as Pookie off of New Jack City, right? He did make a stand-up comedy when he said that he loved black people, but he hate niggas. All right. Now that's problematic in a way. Because when you say that there's a difference between black people and niggas, well, ain't niggas black people at the end of the day? I mean, because subconsciously speaking, he has that mindset of the people that has oppressed him, right? The people that oppressed us in this country, he has that type of mindset. So what he's representing is elitism and classism on that segment, all right? Now, I understood where he was coming from as far as separating the good people from the bad people, right? But when he made those commentary, it created a problem. It created division. You guys just give me a moment. So as I was saying, Chris Rock, when he did a stand-up comedy, I understood exactly where he was coming from with his comedy routine. But at the same time, it created such a division between black people in the lower class and those in the upper class. So, but he didn't articulate himself very well. He did a poor articulation by saying that there's the niggas and there's the black folks. And he was speaking in a sense of racial context. Okay. He was using the racial epithet in this case. Now he could say there are bad black people and there are good black people, right? But that's not how he came off. So in a way, there is a problem. Okay. Now let me respond to the next one. So he said, for all the criticism I hear people say about Pookie and RayRay, when something goes down and back up is needed, in some cases, street situation, they call Pookie and RayRay. Oh yeah. Oh, you definitely correct about that. You are absolutely correct. And that's the part I want to touch on. Pookie and RayRay is so bad and so terrible, right? But when it comes down to altercation or a serious situation, especially when it's pertained to the street life, then yes, that's when people want to dial and call on those individuals. Or let's just say on a deeper level, if somebody commit a crime and they want somebody to take a charge for them, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be somebody that's a Pookie and RayRay taking that charge for somebody who was supposed to represent good character, represent upper class, or represent high value and whatever, right? And they went on ahead, instead of serving their time like a man or a woman, they will pass it on to somebody else who they deem that is less of them to go and serve those times. So the question is Pookie and RayRay so bad after all? Because if they were so bad, then why would you rely on them to do certain things for you? Why would you rely on them to get certain things done? Why would you rely on them when it's time for you to get some resources? Why would you rely on Pookie and RayRay to serve time for you when you when you could serve it yourself? I mean, so this is something that we really have to think about. So what I'm just saying is, there's critique about black people in the inner city from other black people that's in the middle class, but at the same time, these middle class folks rely on the black people from the hood when they want something. Whether it be boosting, whether it be getting food stamps, whether it be doing something to diffuse the altercation, or whatever it is. When they want somebody to do their little dirt, let's just say, when you want somebody to do your little dirt, you gonna call on Pookie and RayRay to do it, right? You'll call on that Pookie and RayRay to do your little dirt, but then at the same time, you'll throw shade at them. You'll throw them under the bus, but you'll need them for something. You'll need them when it's something that needs to be done. Isn't that interesting? So what we see is the concept of elitism, and you also see classism. I'm gonna say that again. We see elitism and classism. So the question is, how do you go about dealing with the oppression or racism when you bring an oppression amongst yourself by discriminating against another group of people that come from a different class? And then let's not talk about the black people that came from the inner city, right? That lives in the middle class community or in the upper class community, and they have the nerve to throw shots at the people they once hung around with. They have the nerve to give criticism to those who've been incarcerated, to those who've been in and out of the street on drugs, right? But you came from that. You came from that background. So how could you forget? How could you forget where you come from and who you are? And I'm not trying to big up the hood and praise them for everything, because there is a lot of problems in the hood. I mean, there's a lot of problems in the urban environment as far as lack of resources is concerned and the crime is concerned, etc. But let's look at this. The people in the hood gave you support before you got into the suburbs, right? The people in the hood made sure that you had a way to get where you need to go, right? But again, there's criticism, there's shot being made, but you forgot where you came from. You forgot how you got there. You forgot that you was at that bottom at one point in time. You was just like that Pookie and RayRay that you talking about. So my thing is, if you really care, why not help them? Why not show them the way to better themselves? Instead of just throwing out the labels and creating a stereotype about your own people. Because if you really love your people, right? Yeah, there are those who live and do certain things. You would not fall into that category of those who made um bring about stereotypical labels towards individuals, because it's almost like having that mindset as those who are white supremacists. It's equal to white people calling us niggas, right? Or niggers in their case. But we doing it to ourselves. However, we come up with terms. Instead of saying niggers, we say Pookie and RayRay. That's what we say. Now, it could be different if that's someone's actual nickname. Like, you got people who have a nickname RayRay, and you got those who nickname is Pookie. Okay, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But to make the stereotypical concept about individual because of their environmental situation and their lifestyle, etc., that can be very tasteless and disgraceful and very antagonizing. It's like you're making fun of them. So, anyways, that's all I gotta say. I see the comment says both is wrong on both ends. Absolutely, I agree. It says Fanon explained that whole phenomenon. I have one of his book, Friends Fanon book. I do. But anyways, that's all I have to say. So thank you guys for tuning in, watching, and I hope that this video pretty much bring about more clarity on the whole concept about the Pookie and RayRay stigma. All right. So if you haven't seen my previous video, please do so. Watch it. And then also watch the video where I respond to the commentary. Okay. Again, shout out to that brother Rashid. Thank you for your comments. I really appreciate that a lot. I hope that I broke it down a lot better. And shout out to the chat. And thanks to those of you that has been supporting my channel from the very beginning. All right. So there's more to come. So take it easy on yourself. Please be safe. Peace and power, elevation be to all of you. This your girl Tiffany, and I'm logging off. All right. Deuces.